are you the most afraid of?
What's the hardest thing you've ever had to do?
What is the hardest lesson you've had to learn so far in life? Oh man.
We open the door and my dad sees a whole mess. He tells me to grab like a steak out the ground. He's holding one, I'm holding one. And he's like, if you see anybody, I might have to like, so I'm like 14. I was also like chubby kid. So it's like butt of the joke a lot of the time until you learn to be the funny one. Then you're Josh Peck. My dream experience is I design something, it goes out into the world. And then like way later, like my friend's mom tells me, hey, I bought this thing, check this shit out. And then I'm like, oh, that's crazy. You like that? My fellow Americans. Now I know what you're thinking.
I'm gonna take your gold.
Yeah, I just realized that's what I was laughing. That's why I was laughing.
We got part 2 with Michael Tran, industrial designer, owner of Transparent Designs.
Yo.
Round 2.
Mm-hmm. It was such a good conversation that I was like, man, I gotta get in this too, man. This is the homie right here. I want to hear the bio, bro. Like, I want to hear like from day one, like the origin story.
Growing up East Side, so I'm like at the edge of East Side, but also at the edge of Evergreen Valley, where like the uber rich kids are at.
Nice.
So I really grew up on like halfway of like of the more well-off kids, but the other half of like the rest of San Jose, really.
Yeah.
So a part of my life was really seeing what is possible for other people and like seeing what's almost not possible for my family, and like directly coming home to see like, oh, we don't get that. Like the tuna fish crackers in the box, I think they're like, they have like a Bubba Gump type of logo.
Yeah.
Those things, EV kids always got that. My parents never would let me get that. And it wasn't even like because of like a cultural thing, but it's really because like they're low-key expensive.
Yeah.
And especially to get a kid like a $4 snack every day. And this is circa 2005, 2004.
Yeah. That's real.
That's not happening for me. And I don't know. I always have those little things of like as a kid, that's just what I saw. And when I come home, that's not what I really get. And it wasn't even like, I know a lot of Asian kids will have like, why can't I eat like burgers like the other kids? But like for me, I'm like, no, why can't I have the nice cool snacks?
So Eastside San Jose is historically known as like kind of a working class kind of demographic, right? So your parents, what did they do?
Well, my dad, he came up as an engineer. Like he did a lot of drafting and design for, I guess, Sun at the time, and like some kind of a couple other like kind of architectural kind of places. Like he did some of the schematic drawings. Like he was a drafter for like a lot of the stoplights around the city. So he would like help make the plans for those.
That's sick.
But circa 2010, he got laid off. So then we're like, the money's different. My mom was a nail artist, nail tech. Besides that, she also held it down as like a chip assembly companies all around the Bay.
Yeah, semiconductor industry, right?
Yeah. And then my grandma did the same. My grandpa used to do the same before he retired. And my grandparents would always pick me up, and like after school was just going straight to like pick up my grandma from work. My parents had like multiple like kind of small businesses growing up. Like we had like a liquor store. I was like 8-year-old like cashier, and the Domino's right next door.
No way.
Had Metal Slug.
Okay.
And whoever was working over there would give like this 8-year-old kid free quarters.
Yeah.
And I just played Metal Slug.
Yeah. I haven't heard that in a minute, bro.
Arcade machine.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd play that a lot growing up. I would like get me good at math. To do a lot of math like as a cashier. But then we got robbed. They closed that down. So then we had like a water refill, like the big water jugs.
Yeah.
One of those that closed down, and then they started a nail salon. But eventually they sold that to their friends. But my mom still works there. I'm like, to make extra money.
Got it.
Were you there when you guys got robbed?
No. Okay. I mean, if I was, I don't know. Maybe I was so traumatized I forgot. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of just blocked it out of your mind.
Yeah, but I don't think I was there.
Okay. It was like kind of after hours maybe or something.
No, it was.
Oh, it was during.
I think one of my parents was there. Yeah, they were there.
Damn.
Like I went to Piedmont Hills High School, which is the north side. So I would like skate and bus everywhere. I'd learn how like downhill longboard. That was like my main kind of transportation. And like seeing that and like just seeing what the rest of the world has to offer, but coming home to like all kinds of crazy stuff. I remember a big moment was like when I was 15, something like that. 15, 4th of July. We came home from SF there was like Blue Angels going on, fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Come home and like the power's out. We open the door and my dad sees the whole mess. He tells me to grab like a steak out the ground. He's holding one, I'm holding one. And he's like, if you see anybody, he's not gonna say it, but he like basically tells me like I had to like be in the mindset of like I might have to like stab someone. I'm like 14.
Yeah, so you guys saw like broken glass or something broken into your house?
Yeah. Everything's a mess. And then the whole time like I have to really get in this mindset. And then I'm like, if someone's there, like I'm so ready for this. Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, luckily nothing happened, or no one was there. We didn't have to like, no violence is happening. But when we got there, they basically stole everything. They stole my parents like old jewelry. They stole like all my games.
God,
but that got me off of video gaming. I could have gone competitive in Halo Reach, but
You got real serious.
yeah, but they took all that. They left Skyrim in the Xbox though. So I've been playing Skyrim for like 15 years.
They left that one.
Yeah.
They didn't want to take that one.
Yeah. They weren't ready for that one, honestly. But in a way, that was almost like a blessing in disguise, because then like that got me off of gaming and more into like going outside. And like at that point, I wasn't even old enough to work yet, but like I was like selling a whole bunch of my longboards. I found a site where you could buy blank skateboards, and I started like doing graphics. I buy a board, and then I do like graphics on my own, and then I would like literally masking tape, put the paper on, cut it, trace it out with an X-Acto.
That's so funny. Like I feel like we kind of lived parallel lives in that way.
Oh wait, really?
I used to sand off the graphics on my skateboard.
Oh,
and then just
I did that at some degree. Yeah,
repaint it, refinish it, all that stuff.
I did that at some point, but then I was like, dude, this is too much sanity. So then I just bought blanks, like unfinished or anything like that. At one point, I almost got too scared because my dad, that was the first thing my dad saw. I was like, oh, you can make money out of this. Let's go all the way. Like let's press some boards. Like let's make a mold. I'm like,
your dad was down to do all of this.
Yeah, and
that's so cool.
But that was cool. But like that was the first time I've ever seen my dad really like support me in something like that.
Wow. Yeah.
So in a way, that almost scared me. So I wasn't ready for anything like that.
Why did that scare you when your dad was so supportive of you, like so into what you were doing?
I don't fully know yet. I think that's a therapy session later. But like I think for a degree, I think that was like the first time I felt like my dad wanted to support me, because growing up, like I grew up a very average kid. Like I was like a B's and C's kind of student, occasional A. I would never felt especially good at anything. Like growing up, I was also like chubby kid, so it's like butt of the joke a lot of the time until you learn to be the funny one. Then you're Josh Peck. Well, he's in good shape now, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Now I see that like my dad would kind of want to get on that, but like off a money thing. And as a kid, I get money's important, but like this was my fun thing. Like this is supposed to be my thing.
You know what I mean? Want to like suck the fun out of it. Like turning it into money. Machine.
And honestly, that's a lot of work. It's like scary. Like as a teenager, working with concrete, dude. Like no, that's scary.
You just wanted to make something for yourself. Make stuff and then sell it.
Yeah, and I think the sheer scale of it felt like too scary for me to even comprehend. I was like,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's a little bit of a startling, like
that makes
like a shock to it. I remember at that time too. This is like 2015, 2014-ish. I was like huge into like Dior around that time, and I don't know if you remember, like Dior was like doing a lot of like skinny jeans and stuff like that, and that was they're like the precursor to set the whole trend for that.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford Dior jeans, so like Dior Slack, so I would like go to the thrift shop, the Goodwill on Silver Creek,
thrifting,
go over there, get whatever big trousers or whatever, and then learn how to sew, tailor them up, and really make the best out of that.
Dude, that's actually sick. Like, I want to back up a little bit. So I think, because I've known you for like, I would say like almost 2 years now, but like
that's great. It's already been 2 years.
When I hear you share about your parents and then like your family background, even though I don't know them, I almost kind of see like where you get this like innovative entrepreneurial like side of you. And I don't want to read like too deep into it, but I think it's hella inspiring. Like it didn't come from like nowhere. Like you actually had this itch to like create and like do things. The fact that your dad was already kind of designing, the fact that your mom and your dad started businesses, it's almost like it was just in you already. You know what I mean?
It's like in your DNA.
Yeah, it's like in your DNA. Like our parents like kind of paved the way for us, sometimes without us fully realizing it. And then like here you are now, you carve your own path for yourself. But I could probably feel the same way if I was a kid too. My dad said, "No, let's take it to the next level." I was like, "Hold on."
Hold on. I thought we were just skating. I was trying to get home.
Because you were also at that age, like when you're a teenager, you're trying to pull away from your parents. You're trying to differentiate, trying to individuate. Right? You don't want to be hanging out with your parents all the time. Like this is your kind of way of like rebelling.
It was almost like my own way of like making my own thing, like not rebelling but almost like independence in a way.
Like separating individuation.
And at that point I was like using the money to kind of like sustain myself. Like as a high school you don't really need to spend much money, so I was like making just enough to like, you know, pay for my lunch, do whatever, like
go out and stuff. I feel that.
So a couple episodes we had Madeline on the podcast, and she's like very entrepreneurial, very driven. And kind of the same thing, both her parents are in that same mindset. So it's like in her DNA, and just seeing that how she's flourishing now and how you're doing it too. It's cool to see that.
Thank you.
like with my own experience, both my parents are nurses, and when I told them that I was gonna go into the arts, into video, into doing music, even today, like they kind of see what I do and they're just like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like they don't ask questions, none of that
Yeah.
stuff. They don't know what I'm doing really. They don't really know what I do for work. They're kind of just like, okay, you can make a living.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard for me to navigate around that.
Yeah.
Right? They were just like, be a doctor. You know, we're
Yeah,
already in
yeah.
the medical field. Why don't you just keep doing
Yeah.
what we're doing?
If you're making money, that's okay. But like
Yeah.
until then, it's like what?
Yeah.
Just do whatever makes money at that point. It's like, and
I
if
feel
it
like
does work, then it
that's
works.
so common in like Asian American households, like
Yeah.
especially because like think about our parents and their parents, like they come here to America for better for their kids better opportunity, and I think you're right. At the end of the day, as long they're going to accept that as long as my kids is surviving and doing well and finding out like what they're good at, it's fine. But I think before maybe it took some time for them to accept it.
Yep.
Like my side of my family, like no one was like, yeah, we had musicians here and there, but no one was actually doing it and getting paid. And I would say like, hey, mom and dad, like I want to do this and that. And then when I started actually doing gigs and releasing music and stuff, I was actually surprised at how much they supported me, and actually they started coming to my shows and stuff. Even though that's like a foreign world to them, they don't really do that. So it's interesting hearing like our different backgrounds on that sense.
Yeah.
But I think from an Asian American standpoint, it's like, the ideal is like I come to this country so that my kids can go to a good college and then get a good job and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I like how we're all kind of carving our own ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the ideal for like coming to America is all different from like my when my dad came, it was like during the war. Like, we didn't have a chance. Like, he didn't really get a choice.
Right?
Yeah, like you're escaping like everything. Like,
for sure.
my mom's side of the family, my grandpa had to like burn a whole bunch of like documents and stuff because he was like not like a big officer. Like he was like an officer at the city that they're from. And they had to like burn a lot of documents because that shows like he has some kind of relative power.
Yeah.
So then they had to like destroy any evidence of that. So like we lost a lot of like family like photos. Ooh, at the time, photos are expensive anyway. But like we lost a lot of that.
Wow.
And when my dad first came here, he was coming here like his dad passed during the war. So like, so when he was coming here, like kind of what you're saying of like they're kind of doing what they know and like what they kind of grew up with. But for my dad, he didn't really grow up with a dad after 14, so like it's almost like his own imagination of what a dad should be like. And that it's his own filters and whatever that goes with that. But from that, like you could almost make your own like self-hero out of that kind of thing.
For sure, dude. I think it's so sick that like when I hear your story too, like no matter what, like where you were at, you were always thinking creatively. Like I want to do this, try something different. Like no one was like showing you how to do it. You were just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I mean,
for yourself.
I don't know if I call it creative. Like, so if I like was like tailoring clothes to look like Dior, the truth of the matter, I wanted Dior, but I can't afford it. Like my dad, like when he first came over, it was him, two brothers, and they're like their best friend in Iowa, who was the only Asians they knew over there. They all saved up money to get a Datsun 270Z off of a like lot sale because they watched Starsky and Hutch. Because then when they watched that, they're like, "Oh, that's sick!" So then they would all like put their money together, barely save up for it, and then it was like at the time they had to do some like repairs. But like it's the same spirit of like you come from like wherever you come from, you go to wherever you're stuck, like whatever circumstance they give you, whatever opportunities come up, you like work hard enough to like be prepared for that because they didn't know when the lot was going to come up. They were just saving money. So when they finally come up with that, like you work hard, you get ready for opportunity, and whenever it comes up, it comes up. Next thing you know, you're Starsky and Hutch. You're like going 120 down Iowa doing donuts.
Dude,
that's
the American dream right there.
Yeah, exactly. So like my equivalent of that is like I want Dior. I can't afford Dior. I'm not going to save money for Dior. That's a horrible decision to make. Maybe secondhand. But so then what I do, like I gotta like learn how to work hard. I gotta learn how to make this work. Luckily at that time I had like an aunt who like in the English cookies box you got the sewing kit.
Oh yeah, that's
so we
classic.
had that. So she taught me how to do that, and then kind of take it out from there.
There you go, man. That's sick. So you have like your hand in so many different disciplines, from almost like fashion design, and then I remember when I first met you, you were showing me like your fidget toys, and then like I'm sure we're gonna cover a lot of it, but this guy is a pure innovator. Like this is some of his
Thank you.
stuff right here.
Like my dream experience is like I design something, it goes out into the world,
Yeah.
and then like way later, like my friend's mom tells me like, hey, I bought this thing from like whatever store. Check this shit out. And then I'm like, oh, that's crazy. You like that? What do you not like about it? What do you like?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I made that. I'm happy you like it. And like seeing people get really excited about it.
Nice.
Like I think the attachment that people have to their objects and the experience that these objects can kind of help cultivate for people is, I think, really important. Like really, I don't know, very exceptional kind of a thing. And like if I could help cultivate that, that's like the least I could ever do.
Yeah, and you started getting a taste of that from all the pop-ups you've been doing.
Yeah.
San Jose. You guys were actually at the same pop-up together in downtown San Jose.
We actually had a few. So we had actually we can share about that. Was that your first one? With Marianne's?
No, that was the second one. The one at the church was the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so far I've only had 2. Soon I want to have more, but currently busy with a whole bunch of other stuff.
All right. So what the cool thing is that as I was trying to put myself and my music out there, we just happened to be at the same like events and stuff. So we had, I don't even remember what that event was called. The one in South City.
Oh, this is really bad.
It was called
it's really bad.
All Souls Bazaar.
Yeah, All Souls. Yeah.
It's called All Souls Bazaar, and it was like I guess it was a private school that opened up to the community of South San Francisco, which is kind of originally where I'm from. And there was like a bunch of like local vendors, fashion, food, like all types of other entrepreneurial like people and booths and stuff. And then they said, Jeremy, can you do some music for us? And then I don't know if I like either told you about it or we both found out about it in different times. But
I think you were the one who invited me to it.
Yeah. So it was sick because it was just like an open like day market kind of thing. And then I got to do my thing, got to perform, and then I went afterwards. I came through, I said what's up, and then
and your performance is amazing. I walked away a little bit to go see the performance. It was really nice.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. We just got to show love, and I wanted to stop by his booth, and I think that was like your very first one, right? And then from there it was just like we had the second one, which was even more fun, was Marianne's, our good friend Marianne's event, which was what it was
In
called.
My Feels Fest.
In My Feels Fest.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Shout out to Marianne.
Shout out Marianne.
Come on the podcast.
Yes. So that one was a fun like event based on like mental health, mental wellness, and it was right down the strip of like San Pedro. And then again, there was like a lot of dope vendors that came out. I got to play music, and then man, it was cool to see you out there, man, doing your thing. I think it's just seeing that momentum, bro. Like just you're putting your stuff out there, and then you got a lot of people like come by and look at your stuff.
Yeah, I had a lot of people help me too. Like if it wasn't for my friends to help me do it, I don't even know.
So how'd that feel? Like putting your stuff out there for that very first time?
Honestly, it wasn't that scary. Like I want to say it was more scary, but I think it was a lot more fun than anything. Like
kind of finally putting all your hard work.
Yeah, and it was really fun to see how people would receive it, because like I have my own preconceptions of what it is and like what I wanted it to look and experience like, but like just like any of these fidget toys, like I can't tell you how to hold any of them. Like you just do whatever you want to do, and I could try to guide your hand to it, and like make it as intuitive. But like it's really fun to see people's like impressions of the stories I want to tell through it too. Yeah, that was always really fun.
Sick. I remember coming by that booth. I don't know if it might have been one of your homies or something, but there was like he had dragons and stuff like that, like these.
Oh, that was I think that was Kevin.
It might have been Kevin, or I forgot what his name was. But shout out to you if you're listening to this. He had like these dope like
the flexi dragons,
10-piece like long dragons like out of plastic
like
that you can fold up, and it was sick. I was like, dude, like I kind of want one now too.
I think Virgil Abloh said like you gotta have 6 projects going at the same time, like,
Sheesh.
And that's really what it is. Like you gotta one of them is your portfolio, one of them is like cleaning up your project that you didn't care much about. One of them is making, or 2 of them is making 2 new projects at the same time. One could be, I don't know, DJing. One of them is your fun one. One of them could be like your leather stuff. Hobby. When you have all these things working, you could work on one project, you get tired, work on the next project, and you kind of let your background mind think about the next one, and then once you get tired of that, you keep on going, and then next thing you know, it's like 11 p.m. and you can't sleep. Even though you've been up since 6.
That's honestly what this podcast has become. Like I was making music, during COVID, like 2020 to 2024-ish, and I felt like I needed something new, right? Like I still make music every now and then, but I wanted to challenge myself. Like I've never made a podcast before. And then luckily, me, you, and Anthony just came together on a call, 2 years ago, I think, at this point. Saying, hey, or like last year or something like that. Like, hey, let's just see what happens. Let's turn on some cameras, let's put on some microphones right here and see what happens, and here we are. And honestly, we're 10 episodes in, so this is the 10th episode of Heavy Rotation.
We made it, bro.
Double digits, baby. We made it.
10.
Yeah.
Let's go.
10.
And we got this guy on 2 podcasts.
I know.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but just in these 10 episodes, just the conversations that we've been able to have, like I've gotten to know you, Anthony, all these guests on a much deeper level, and this is the type of these are the type of conversations that I don't have on a daily basis, right? I work from home full time, got a baby. I don't really see anyone other than my family. So having these conversations, like getting to know you guys on a deeper level, like this is like gold to me. Like I love having these conversations, and you guys all inspire me on top of that. So I'll take these conversations and use it, for my music. So it's kind of like all of these projects that I'm working on are kind of all connected in a way. I'm glad we started it.
I'm glad I could be part of it.
I was gonna ask you, man, like if to kind of sum up like the past, I would say decade plus of the different places you've gone to, the different people you've met, like what's some of the best advice you've received in your journey, like creative journey, or your journey like to get to where you are professionally? Do you have like a specific piece of like a quote or like something that someone's told you that's kind of shifted your perspective? Like what's that been like for you?
I guess we're all able to explore what's out in here in this world. Like if you don't get what you want, you can try to keep on going. But you could also get something even better later on.
Damn, that's spoken like a true innovator right there, bro. It makes me think about, I don't know if y'all have heard, like, I don't know if his name was George Washington Carver, or I forgot what his name was in history.
Did you make the peanut butter?
He had like 100 different purposes or like inventions just with the peanut, because he was just trying to figure out what can I do with this one thing. And out of that he found out like it could be used as like a fuel, it could be used as like just oil, like all this other stuff. But like kind of like what you said, like don't stop exploring, like don't leave no rock unturned. Like see what's possible, see what's not possible. But the fact is, you're able-bodied, you have a free time, just go out there, don't stop, right? And then out of that experience, you've traveled the world, you've gone to meet like hella different people, you've created stuff. I think that's the right mindset to have, right? Some people, we talk about in previous episodes, like being stuck in creative ruts. Like sometimes we feel uninspired, or like we just kind of stop creating for a while. But you on the other hand, like you just keep going. Like you have, like you said, 6 projects at a time, like because why not, right? Like you're always gonna find out something new. And then sometimes there's something unexpected like along the way. So I think that's hella inspiring, bro. Like, that's good stuff.
And like awesome. I think a big part of it is like if you keep on doing that, I think people who are also on the similar wavelength can eventually become your mentors, and they can help you through that, and like shortcuts throughout the way.
There you go.
Or otherwise you could still like inadvertently help people also go along that path too. And
exactly.
We're all eating. So it's fine. Like it's all good. Like there's no real need to be like the gatekeepy thing. There's no need to be mean. Like
right.
And plus, if you're being mean, you're burning bridges. What does that do for anybody?
I think some people learn that too late. Right. Like just the gatekeepers and the people who kind of live in that kind of negative scarcity kind of mindset. I mean, it's sad that it's a reality, but I think, like you said, you just keep putting that energy out to the world, that like abundant energy, if you whatever you want to call it, and you'll attract the right people. I mean, that's kind of how we all met, right?
Exactly.
Through community.
Pretty much. Now, obviously, you're at Meta. Like, did you always want to end up in this path, or was that just something that kind of came along the way?
At first, I never really thought about Google or Meta or anything like that. At first, like I remember on a late night, me and my classmate, like, what if we worked at a tech company, as if like we thought we're really that good to start off fresh grad out of it. We're like, I mean, I'd want to work at Google. That's kind of cool. But then I remember I was like, specifically, I wanted to work at Google ATAP. Do you guys remember Project Ara? It was like a modular phone where you could take bricks out of your phone and like, if you want a bigger camera, you
I
could
remember
make
that.
your battery smaller and you put a bigger camera on there.
Wow. Dude, I forgot about that.
Google ATAP bought that out.
Sick.
But then eventually got canceled, whatever. Anyways, that was always a dream spot for me.
Okay.
And after grad, turns out one of the guys who really started their prototype lab there, my old manager, Brian Allen, he was a furniture design professor for one of my old upperclassmen, Nancy.
Okay.
So because of that, like, because I was working so hard, like late night with the upperclassmen, we had really good connections, me and Nancy. So when she started working for Brian's like, we need more people. Who do you know? Nancy's like, oh, I know someone.
Oh, there you go.
I'm like, oh, cool. But see, that only came up, I think, a year in, because I applied to Google 3 times over and I got rejected twice.
Oh, shit.
Once I just wasn't ready for it. Another time was they found someone better, which respect. I ended up working with them. She was really, really cool. And the third time I finally got it. But it took me like a solid year and a half to do that. That first time I really wasn't ready, so I had to like keep on consistently working for that, build up new skills that felt tangible to like what they were really asking for. Like a big part of design portfolios is like know who you're designing for. Like your portfolio is your product. So if you design, like if you want to apply for, let's say, Pioneer DJ, like maybe you should have some more DJ blocks and everything. Like on retrospect,
tailor it towards that.
My old manager Brian actually saw my portfolio again. He remembered me a little bit, but once he looked over my project, the project from the Vietnam internship, the little Arduino robot, I redid a lot of that stuff. I didn't redesign it, but redid the presentation to be a lot more professional, especially because I learned a lot of Blender and I learned a lot of 3D animation. I redid everything to like tell the story a lot more coherently and a lot more efficiently. A lot less words. Designers are illiterate. So like
keep it simple, dude.
I only really broke into it because I was working so hard into it, but I didn't know Google was looking at me like that. I had no idea Brian was looking at me. I was just applying to anybody and everything, working diligently, being better at my craft, and when the opportunity comes up, I'm gonna get that Datsun 280Z. I'm gonna go crazy. So it was really a culmination of that. Like for music, like is it your choice that you love music so much? Like,
no, I just gotta keep doing it though, you know? Like it's instinctively, if I'd be so bored if I couldn't play music, you know? And to speak on the whole unemployment, I was unemployed for a bit too. I just had to keep writing music, just keep putting myself out there, keep networking, because why not? Like it's part of my thing. But I think that's such gold advice for a lot of people who might be on the job market right now, who are creatives. It's just like, look at what you were doing, man. You were just actually just vibing. You were doing your own thing.
You're putting that energy out into the world, and then the universe responded. And then you got those jobs that you got now. I'm a huge believer in that.
But even now, like, I don't even think I made it yet. Like, this is like, technically, I'm contracting over there. So, like, I'm not making nearly as much as I could be. Granted, I'm happy to be in these rooms. Like, I'm again in a room of like crazy super geniuses.
Nice.
So I'm so lucky to learn the most I can out of them, make the best networking things I could possibly make out of them, work on like incredible things. Like I still like get to say I worked on like the new glasses, like the display glasses, the folding case. Like I'm so proud to be part of that.
That's sick.
But like I don't think that's it yet. Like we're still going, and we're still figuring
arrived,
it out.
I don't think that ever truly happens. You're kind of just, every step is a step towards something greater. And I feel like you've created this life where you've just put yourself in the right rooms, and you're continuing to do that, and you're continuing to evolve and grow, and it's just getting better and better. So I think you're on the right path, man. You planted a lot of great seeds.
Thanks.
You know,
plus I don't know, you got to give them a reason to let you in. Like
exactly.
Like in design, it's like such a huge like banging on every door. It's like it's similar to like how I imagine actors in SoCal
going to casting calls.
Going to casting calls all the time. You bang on these doors until you finally get in, and you finally get in, kinda, and it's just a gust of wind. There's nothing behind there, and there's another door, and you're like, oh, okay. So like, how like it depends on your definition of making it, really.
Right. Although I think that really sums up that like as you're talking, I keep thinking about that quote. I think it's luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I don't know if I butchered that, but
I think that's the one.
I feel like every story that you're sharing is just encapsulates that. Like you're always just keep preparing, keep sharpening your craft, keep waiting for that next opportunity, because that opportunity is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know when, right? But you're ready, and then, like you said, you didn't even know they were looking at your work like that. But if you weren't consistent, if you weren't disciplined, like on focusing your thing, like you probably wouldn't be where you are today, right?
Yeah.
So that's another good principle, like, to take with you.
I think this applies to people who are, just getting started in design or music or anything.
Right.
Sometimes when you're posting on social media, it can get really discouraging when you're not getting likes or comments or any sort of engagement.
Yeah.
But then again, on the other side, you do not know who is seeing your stuff, especially on TikTok. Like, you can have a TikTok blow up overnight, and then just potentially be getting, brand deals, record deals, stuff like that. So you never know. And I think it really just comes down to consistency and just trying to get better and staying in that zone of curiosity and that will to improve. I think that's really what it comes down to, man.
Another factor for really trying to make it is really trying to, when you get hit with a really big setback, not letting that kind of stop you. Like, a lot of time, a setback is really a point of reflection and seeing, like, okay, is that goal that you were really chasing for really something that matters to you that much, or can you adjust it into something that fits you better? It's like a good contention point of, like, looking around. Like, if you trip, you're looking at the ground,
right?
And sometimes
right.
you should look down.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you should look where you're going.
Exactly.
And it's a good point to, like, pivot and see where you're going.
Bar.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a bar, dude. That's some gold, right? What's the dream right now? Now that you're at Meta, yeah, of course you said you're not arrived yet, but, like, where do you kind of see yourself going from here? Or is it kind of just wherever the wind takes me? Like, what's your mindset about it?
First off the top of my head is, like, paying for my family's house. Like, if I could have a place in the Bay, that'd be sick. If my family doesn't have to worry about money like we've always had throughout my whole life, like, that'd be cool. I feel like I'm still striving to have, like, that dream of, like, making a product that, like, my friends always, like, enjoy and, like, love. Over time, that dream comes up in different iterations in my life.
Yeah.
But I think that's still something that, like, I kind of always want to constantly see going on.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, so kind of always chasing it.
Yeah.
Kind of a dream here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That resonates with me too. I think I don't know if we can all relate with that, but it's just like we want to take care of our families,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
doing what we love, making some good money, and then just like, I mean, Bay Area is hard to live at. You know,
Yeah.
like
It's getting
we're all
harder.
grinding out here. You know, we can't even buy a
Harder.
house.
No, this place is a
But-
dystopia. This place cyberpunk for real. Honestly, we got AI ads, 7 AI ads on a single billboard
Yeah.
per minute.
That's
Driverless
real.
cars.
Yeah,
And you got homeless people.
yeah.
on the
We
side.
got the robots.
It's real, man. Like, if I similarly to me too, like, I want to pay for all my parents' housing. You know, like, just take care of my folks because they were grinding for many years. But
Yeah.
how cool is it? Like, we just live our dreams, doing what we love, and then making a good income out of it. I think that'd be pretty dope, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys want to try something new on the podcast?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We got that wheel right there.
Ooh,
We're bringing this out.
Okay.
So, spin the wheel. You pick the question, and then you got to answer it.
It's like hot seat, but
Yeah,
with a
exactly.
wheel.
Spinning. Oh, it sounds so much cooler in
Is he gonna
person.
get a yellow?
You got a yellow. All right, so just
Alright.
Okay.
take that right there.
All right.
Lightning.
What are you the most afraid of? Swimming in the ocean in the dark.
That sounds scary.
That's really scary, honestly.
So you never go scuba diving or anything like that?
No, scuba diving sounds lit, but, like, in the dark, like in the deep ocean.
Oh, the dark, like the
no.
deep.
Yeah.
I think that's a specific phobia.
Like,
I forgot
being
what it's called.
Is it thalassophobia?
thalassophobia.
Yeah, I don't know why I know
Bro,
that.
I see-
There's
YouTube
a
video on that.
fire techno song called Thalassophobia.
Oh, for
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, let's see. Am I gonna get red? Oh.
Oh, orange.
All right. Let's see what I got. What's the hardest thing you've ever had to do? Ooh,
This is deep. This is heavy.
tough one. Oh my god.
Heavy rotation.
Hardest thing I've ever had to do. I think it would be I've had to let go of certain friends in my life.
Oh.
People that I felt like weren't the best for my long-term journey. I had to cut off some people, and relationships are like one of the most important things for me. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's probably one of the hardest things I've had to do.
I can relate.
Oh,
Yep.
tough.
We all can relate.
Tough.
Yep. Yeah, man. That's real.
Yeah, damn! I didn't know we were going deep like that. Oh shoot! Ooh, we got
Hurts. What is the hardest lesson you've had to learn so far in life? Did I write these questions? I'm like,
Put me on, coach. Let me know. Let me know.
I'm about to drop some wisdom here.
The people gotta know.
The hardest lesson I've had to learn so far in my life is the catastrophic results of not listening to your gut and not listening to your heart. This was like in college. It was like a really dark time for me. And I was, college is a time when you're trying on a bunch of different hats.
Yeah.
You're trying to be a bunch of different things. As you can see, I'm like a very creative person, and in college, like that kind of got drained out of me because I thought I got to get a big boy job. I got to grow up and get a job and kind of like put all of this childish stuff aside.
Yeah.
Like basically everything you're seeing around here, the music and the video, all that stuff. And I went down that path of believing that. Like I made myself believe that everything I was doing wasn't the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's just like a very self-destructive, like very toxic mindset. And I lived like that for like 3 years. And I had to climb out of that after college. And that kind of like clawing out of that hole that I had dug for myself to get back to doing stuff like this. That was a hard lesson to learn, man. Don't ever run away from yourself. Don't ever run away from what lights you up, what makes you thrive and feel alive, and surround yourself with the right people who support you and support your dreams and support what you want to do.
Heck yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I guess kind of related to that. Did your parents like believe in you that much around that time? Because I know my dad didn't really believe in me much throughout like college. Like the whole design thing. My mom doesn't know what industrial design is. Like for her, that's fashion design. I'm like, that's not me, but close enough.
I make shoes.
Yeah, and my dad was like, he was like, okay, yeah, you do your thing while you're gonna go to engineering anyway. So like it's whatever. Like have your moment. And which to a degree, I'm like, okay, he let me have my moment, but like I'm still having my moment.
Yeah.
So
man.
Yeah.
The only thing that either of my parents told me, commented on when I told them that I wanted to do, media, film, video, media production for a living. So my dad looked at me and he said, you're just going to get told no a lot. The only advice, he said in relation to what I wanted to do with my life. Wow. And I'll never forget that.
I mean,
was
he's
a senior
not wrong.
in high school.
That's good advice. That's good advice. Yeah, that's real.
It's true. You kind of follow that up.
You're like, is that?
Hey, but I believe
is that
in you,
a no, Dad?
Like,
Dad, did you just tell me no? Is that what? Is that the first no of many no's?
That was kind of he just left you hanging.
He just left me hanging,
Interesting.
man. Senior in high school, and that kind of stuck with me like throughout high school. I almost gave up doing all that stuff. I almost changed majors. I almost changed majors to nursing to be like my parents.
Whoa. Yeah.
Honestly, if I was you, and I guess I was in the same position, I literally was just thinking like, the fuck, Dad? In my head, I was like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna get mine. Like I'm gonna do
in
like
a way, yeah.
In a way that almost made me more spiteful.
Yeah.
And I think a toxic trait that I have with a lot of my like creative friends is that a lot of us work really well out of spite. So like
prove
that
wrong.
fire.
Yeah, so if you're like, and I think another thing, Asian Americans, we're good at getting angry, even if it's internally and you don't show it.
I mean,
you got that anger in you, so like
it lit that fire.
Yeah, so get that anger out of you. Work out of spite.
I mean, after college,
there we go.
Because of that anger, dude, like that fire, that
Yeah.
anger, that resentment, whatever you want to call it. That's ultimately what got me to where I am now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need it.
Yeah. Obviously, don't rely on it. Don't rely on that anger. That's a really bad motivator for long term.
You need support.
For long term, that's really bad. But like for a cool bit, hey,
it works.
A little spite, a little anger.
Yeah. Turn adversity into fuel.
Yeah.
And don't let it turn into toxic poison that brings you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All emotions are temporary anyway. So like don't rely on any emotion like that anyways.
That's true.
Yeah.
Any last comments? Anything you guys are working on?
Well, last time I was here, a couple episodes ago, I've been on like a somewhat of a temporary hiatus being a dad life for like 2 months, but I'm getting back into it. I'm still getting ready to release my new single pretty soon. I've been working on it. Been playing a lot of piano lately. A lot of keys.
Oh.
Yeah. So I
switching it up from guitar.
Yeah. Fun fact that I actually started playing that when I was like 6 or 7 years old, like 8, and then I'm trying to compose again with that. So I do have some stuff in the works. Once it's more solidified, I'm definitely like putting it out there more.
Cool.
But that's what's going on with my world.
Awesome.
Fire.
What are you working on?
Right now, just these podcasts, man.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get into
cranking
a flow.
them out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get into a good flow. You know, quick turnaround, and just trying to make it better. Trying to get better and better with every single episode. Like,
Yep.
been making little upgrades here and there. I don't know if you guys noticed. I blacked out the windows.
Oh, I saw.
So yeah, I just put that
Yeah.
on today. They'll be.
I thought it was
There you go.
nighttime already. I was like, dang, it's like late outside.
Yeah, and we got the table, chairs. I don't know. It's fun, man. I love doing this stuff. I'm glad I get to use all this gear and
Yeah.
get to have good conversations with you guys. It's very, dude. I already said it, but it's very fulfilling, man.
Everything's always a constant pursuit. I am working on version, I don't know what number it is, but it's at least in the hundreds of my portfolio. But right now it's michaeltrandesign.com. Instagram at transparent.designs for my personal work. That's where all these things are shown at.
All right, cool.
Good stuff.
Oh man,
Hell
Good
yeah.
stuff,
Good
dude.
stuff, my
Yeah.
guy.
yeah, dude.
That was fun.